gentlemen, boys, girls, children, all ages. Of course, I'm your favorite random man, Terrence Woods in the building today, and welcome back to another reaction to video. Of course, I'm spending these last couple of videos talking about the Fantastic Four movie. The last one we did, we talked about the first film, of course. Then we also now we're about to talk about Rise of the Silver Surfer. And to me, even though the film didn't do that well in box office, so to speak, it did better for me because I enjoyed the character of the Silver Surfer. I remember watching him in the cartoon; he was fun to deal with. But pretty much, all in all, overall, this film was good. I mean, to me, like I said, to me it was good, but again, it felt more so of a mediocre take. So basically, what how I feel like, pretty much what I'm saying is like, it was better to me. It was better than the first, but overall, it was mediocre. Pretty much telling you like how I feel about that. But regardless of the fact being, guys, the Rise, like, I was really excited when I saw it in theaters. Of course, they got Doug Jones. If those know who Doug Jones are, he plays Abe Sapien in the first two Hellboy movies, and he was voiced by Lawrence Fishburne. That's right. Ant-Man was not Lawrence Fishburne's first movie. He was actually Rise of the Silver Surfer. But anyways, pretty much how the movie starts off, Reed and Sue about to get married. Then this is something's happening in the atmosphere, and then pretty much they pretty much see the Silver Surfer. Johnny goes after him, and pretty much Silver Surfer is outdoing Johnny all left, right, and sideways, if I can saying it like that. And some type of way, he kind of affected Johnny. Some type of way that he can exchange his powers. Like, for instance, at one point, when Ben touches Johnny becomes the thing form, and then Ben, he's able to snap his fingers and have fire. I feel like that was a pretty understandable thing. Then at one point, they try and find out what's going on, and what ends up happening is there's a service in London, so they go to London. And this they know, like, the first one in London is about to come crashing down. So pretty much everybody getting together doing what they need to do. Then Johnny accidentally tried going after the Silver Surfer again, but he gets knocked back, and pretty much it's like a big chain reaction where he touches everybody. Everybody powers is changed. Then it took, I think, was it Reed? I want to say it was Reed who managed to save the Ferris wheel, but pretty much things going bad. It looked like the team's about to break up, and of course bring in Andre Brewer, who plays let me see, I can't remember the guy's name. Hold on, good thing I got this page up. I think it's General Hager or something like that. But anyways, he comes in. And pretty much, and the crazy thing about his character, he was supposed to be, I think he's supposed to be Nick Fury, but this will end up killing off that character, and I think, I want to say it was Avi Rod who says no, and they end up changing the character. So thank you, Avi, for not letting that happen. Upon all this is what all going down, Dr. Doom now gets involved, and he tries to attack the Silver Surfer, like when he passes through his area. And then when Doom tried to attack Silver Surfer, he ends up getting attacked himself. And then what happened when Surfer attacked Doom, he reverted back to his uniform. There's no scars on his face, nothing like that. And in the shot area, so pretty much Doom and the Fantastic Four and the military are working together to stop the Silver Surfer. And when they went to area, I think the area was called the Black Forest, Sue gets in contact with the Surfer, and eventually the Surfer get captured. And pretty much, there go my phone. Then pretty much ended up happening next. Doom used the same device that would help capture the Surfer. He converted the power from the Surfer board into himself when he stepped on the board. And I remember seeing that in I think the 90s Fantastic Four cartoon, where Doom pretty much captured the board. I mean, he's on the board, and Doom was all about power, and so with all that power, he pretty much destroys the entire military, kills. I think it was again Andre Brower's character, and now pretty much we got to. So now pretty much what the group actually finds out that, of course, that we all know, whoever read the comics about the Silver Surfer, that he is he's the hero of Galactus. And pretty much he takes him to barren, he takes him to plants where he can feed. And I gotta say, I'm gonna say this about Galactus right quick, because yeah, he is a villain by all means, somewhat misunderstood, because he's trying to eat to survive. And then another scene, I want to say a scene early prior to this one coming up. Reading they were trying to figure out what's going on, because everywhere the Surfer goes, the planet dies pretty much in 8 days, and this was happening to what's going on, what's about to happen to Earth if Galactus isn't stopped. So eventually, which I think is fun, I love the Fantastic Car in this film. I enjoyed the Fantastic Car. One scene was very hilarious, was Reed and Johnny again. They still had that family, and I applaud them from the first film to this film. That family aspect with Reed and Johnny. I mean, not sorry, but Ben and Johnny kept going back and forth, and it's like at one point Reed's like, "No, I'm driving." everybody in the car. So that was unique. So now they're pretty much trying to stop Doom in the Fantastic Car, but pretty much Doom overpowers him because he had the power of the Surfer. And so now, like, pretty much they tell him Doom was like, "Hey, Doom, you need to stop what you're doing because you're leading Galactus to our planet, and he's going to absorb the planet." Doom don't listen. And so pretty much what they had to do, the team had to work together, and they gave Johnny all their powers, which was really unique to me, because there was I did one scene, Johnny said, like a good friend of mine said, "It's clobbering," and he
mine. It's clobbering time.
He goes ham on Doom, beating Doom, and eventually, thanks with Ben's help, they're not Doom off the Surfer's board. And so now Surfer once again finally gets his powers back, but before that happens, excuse me, I'm going a little bit ahead of myself here. Doom barely kills Sue, but thanks to the Surfer, she was healed. But Surfer goes up to space, and pretty much it's like I'm mad they made Galactus into a cloud, which is one of the main downfalls of this film. I know I enjoyed. I enjoyed the fact that I love how the Silver Surfer works in it. But anyways, I'm gonna talk more about once I get through this part. But so pretty much he throws a giant energy blast, and it's supposed to kill the Surfer, and it's supposed to kill Galactus as well. But pretty much they everybody get married in Japan. I'm talking a little bit too fast. I got my little notes in front of me. But what ended up happening next is Reed Sue gets married, and so now in Japan, but then there's another service going on, so now they got to take care of, I think the Mole Man was supposed to be. That's why I guess when I saw the film, and pretty much as mid credits and Surfer kind of opened his eyes and the board goes right to him. It's supposed to be the next movie. But all in all, guys, to me this film did better than the first film. Again, it still felt mediocre. I was happy to see half of the cast come, not half of the cast, all the cast pretty much come back. From Julian McMahon, Kerry Washington, of course, Michael Chiklis, everybody who came back. Even so that's one thing I really did enjoy. I pretty much, to me, when every time Silver Surfer is on the screen, he pretty much to me he steals the show. And I really, like I said, to me it was mediocre at best. I still enjoyed the film. To me, I enjoyed it. They was for doing like in Fantastic Four 3 when they supposedly, I guess the premise was that the story was supposed to be more focused on Ben's and Alicia's relationship, because eventually the film was like they wanted to do more like the Skrulls, the Puppet Master, Nihilist, the Negative Zone. They wanted to start different aspects of that, but they couldn't. They didn't get to it. There was no script written down. Then eventually they got on for a third. They want to do a third film. Eventually, I think. As I'm reading right now, give me a second. It says after the release of 2012 Chronicle, Josh Tank was to reboot the mid. Okay, that's talking about the reboot. And we're gonna get on that a whole lot because I have a lot to say about that one. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Fantastic Four Rises was it's performed less at the box office than the first film. 20th Century Fox was unsure of the series. And no script was in development in March 2008. Chris Evans revealed, "I'm pretty sure we won't do another one. I'm assuming that this is a closed book." And like I said, to me, I wish because both films was really mediocre, And eventually, after that, we did get the reboot for the film. But I digress. So for me, guys, again, per se me, I did enjoy it. I really did. It just, again, it was a mediocre film. Could have done better, yeah. Could have done a whole lot better. Even like say when the thing is like at one point when the Surfer was facing Galactus, like it had like a little when he just called a little lightning bolt, had like a I want to say maybe like an image of Galactus. If I can find a clip, I'll pop it up here. But it was, I feel like they would did Galactus better, because when they gave all the powers to Johnny at that one point, he was like a Super Skrull without being a Skrull, but he had all the powers. I really wish that they would put more faith in him, but when we had two films that was mediocre and do as well in the box office, this type of stuff is going to happen. But guys, we're getting ready to end this video off right here. Thank you so much for taking time to be scheduled to watch this video. Like I said, I will have this video hopefully by Thursday, of course. Like I said, possibly no videos on Friday, and we got one more reaction video to do for the Fantastic Four series. And we're talking about the reboot to Fantastic Four, which is one of the most god-awful movies I've ever seen in my life. That's all I would say about that. But make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about me. And then Mr. Ben Grimm right here, he says please. I'm gonna say please one more time. Yes, I know, I'm doing better. Please, you guys stay random, and I will see you all in the next video.
Cause I remember the moments when I was taught as a joke. Now they're giving me handshakes saying